Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I'm going to be making something that attaches to the lathe using this, and a little heads up, these. If you want to see how the make goes on, stick around, let's get building. The first thing I need to make is a circle jig for the bandsaw. This is going to be really nice, quick, simple, dirty, the way I like it. So for this, all I'm going to be using is the fence for the bandsaw and a piece of MDF. Okay, so I've done that cut there, and I measured the distance from there to the end of the cut, and done the same over to this side. Put a mark and join them both together. I've made a mark on the just over 6 inches mark, and that is where I'm going to drill a hole, put a pin in, and then that's where I attach the MDF that I'm going to be spinning to make my circle. Okay, so as I said, I just drilled that hole and countersunk it on the back end there. That's just so when I put the nail through, the head's not going to scratch up my nice clean cast iron top. It may need a bit of persuasion. Look at the little diddy hammer. A little diddy hammer for a little diddy nail. Say that 3 times fast. As you can see, I've just put some clamps in place. And it's now, now it's not going anywhere. So now we've got that piece that we're going to be turning into a circle mounted onto the main board, and I pulled it away slightly. I released the clamps and pulled it away from the blade so I can get that piece on. All I'm going to do is feed that in slowly to where I need it, and then start turning away. Well, that's the idea anyway. I need to change the blade. Now that was cool. I've seen so many people do it before, and I just wanted to give it a go. It's really good. I may just make loads and loads of circles. Who can we see through the circle window? Yeah, that's not bad, is it? That turned out really nice. Lovely, lovely circle. So all I want to do now is fix the chuck in place. This is going to be an absolute arse, I think, because obviously you've got your circle, you've got your centre point at least. I just need to put this into place now. Yeah. There you go, roughly put into about the middle. Time to put on the chuck. I'll tell you what, if I get this bang on first time, I'm going to be well happy. Oh dear. You know I said to you that I was going to cut it a little bit bigger. My lathe only accepts 12 inches. Hold on, we may be alright. Hold on lads. I've got a fantastic idea. Oh. Okay, I'll admit, I did need the mask. That just went bloody everywhere. So as you saw, I finished the edge with 400 grit, and then on the middle I just used the mouse sander. I think that's got like a 120 grit on there. I don't want to go too high on the middle, purely because I've got this stuff. It's Charmwood's Velcro conversion kit. It's suitable for up to 300mm diameter discs, which is what I showed you earlier. And this has got like a sticky backing, so I don't want a too fine a finish on there because it just won't stick. So now that's all done, I'm going to start applying this. Oh, sorry, do you want to watch me do it? Okay, come on. Okay, now that, so I'm just going to use a Stanley blade, just go around cutting off the excess. There you go, what do you think of that? You can't do that and then not try out one of these. So this is an 80 grit sandpaper. Now I know what you're all thinking. What is that pillock up to? Well, now that we've got the sander in place, I needed a box to basically rest any of my the work on that I want to stand. I've been like thinking about it, what to do, but I think what I've come up with is pretty cool. So there's the top. Goes on like so. Then under here you got another piece like that. Looks a little bit like a birdcage actually, seeing that on camera. So this will be your surface up against the sander. Then any dust that goes down will hopefully get sucked into here. So I've got the miters there and on there. That's just to try to direct as much dust in as possible. I'll drill out on here so you can put in your dust extraction. At the moment, inside it's a very large area, so I want to try and minimise this as possible. So what I want to try and do is put on like an angled piece here, just to try and minimise the inside area. My way of thinking of this is the less area, the better the suction, or the better sort of dust collection. I don't know, I'm making it up as I go along. Okay, so now the box has been put together now, and it's done exactly the same as what I showed you, just dry fit. All I did was put glue and nails. You've seen me do it a million times. So that's what I've ended up with. It's got a bottom, and inside you can see there is the baffle. The angles I've just cut on the bandsaw and just tied it up with a hand plane. And then I've just drilled a hole on the side for the dust port. Now comes the awkward moment, getting it onto the lathe. Hey, come on over and have a look, shall we? So we've got the two rails here of the lathe, and the gap in between was approximately 38mm. So I'll just cut a piece to that, and I've done a few test fits, a few cuts, just to make sure that that is absolutely perfectly tight. So now that's in place, I can bring the box up and pop that tight up too, but not sort of crushing the wheel, just so I know that that's absolutely parallel with the sander. I'm going to use some super glue and run this down on here. And then all I do is put that back into place where I want it, like so, and just leave a bit of pressure on there for a few seconds. Okay, so I can remove that, and hopefully that would have stuck. Oh, how'd those screws get there? Alright, that weren't my first attempt. I think in total it took me about 3 attempts, and then I just sort of eyeballed it. Unfortunately, because I made cabinets underneath the lathe, I can't get underneath it, which would have been ideal really. Then I could have sort of pinned it and then screwed it later on. But never mind, we move on. It works anyway. There we go. So I've left this intentionally long, just so I can get a bit of leverage. So I can move it in, sit it in place, and it's nice and tight. It's really nice and tight. So with that in place, I can literally just bud it up like this, where I want it. Smack it down, make it flat on the bed like so, and that's it. Shall we have a test run? Yeah! you go, that was quite interesting, wasn't it? I don't know how effective, well, I was about to say I don't know how effective that turned out, but I've just had a look in the box and there is absolutely no dust at all. Nope. And there is no dust in the lathe as well, just below the disc. So my way of thinking is that all the dust must have gone straight into the vacuum, which is exactly what I wanted, really. I'm quite pleased. So these discs were picked up from Amazon. They were one of the silver line sort of products, and they weren't very much at all. I'll leave all the links down below. And the hook and loop system was a charm wood, as you saw, and again that wasn't very much. I think the two combined was around about £16, and with the sandpaper, that 80 grit, you get like 10 of them in a pack as well, so it's going to last me an absolute lifetime, hopefully. So if you like this video, then please click that thumbs up button down below. Comment if you did like it, or if you didn't. I know there's a few people that just like clicking that dislike button for no reason other than just because they're, oh, not very nice, I don't know. So if you didn't like it, tell me why. I can't change anything if you don't tell me why. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. It really does help me out. And I'm almost getting to 1,000, and oh, it's so close now. I can feel it. I can feel it. So yeah, come on, give me some subs. Until the next time, be seeing you.